So we click that, and he's like, I do? And then we say, yes, look, see. Oh my freaking god! I didn't mean for both of them to be on fire. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, I'm going to show you how to do dialogues using the mod Custom NPCs. Just so you are aware, there are two different types of dialogues that we will be going over. So I'm going to show all my examples up front, and then half of the video will be devoted to doing it. There's a simple way to do it, and there's also an advanced way to do it. We will go over both. So the simple way is when I right click this NPC, you can see it says, hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. But if I click like hello, it says hello Knightdream, or how about how are you? And he says swell, thanks. Or hello there, General Kenobi. So it's very simple, as you can see. However, if you want more options rather than this simple way of just clicking and then conversation's over, we have to go to the advanced way. So the main difference will be that when we click one of these, we will have a branching dialogue, and we can make certain dialogues do actions such as commands, faction reputation, but I'll dive into that once we go over how the advanced way works. So I have three options, as you can see, but I'm going to click on where's the boss monster in this area. As you can see, it's saying it is in the desert biome to our north and gives me some coordinates. I have another option that says thanks. But a cool little tidbit, in your world of custom NPCs, you can make certain NPCs have this kind of information, like where you would put a boss custom NPC monster or something like that, just like what I just did right here, putting some coordinates down. But as you can see, this NPC had a branching dialogue, so I was able to click twice, but in fact we could do it like multiple times. We could do like 8 times. It all depends on what you're trying to do with the dialogue. But now we have some more options to choose from. So if we click how are you, and then bracket trade bracket, and he says fantastic today. So if we click have anything cool to trade, and he says sure here. Awesome. And as you can see, so we had 3 dialogue windows that led us to this NPC's role, which is trader. It's a trader. So as you can see, we can trade with it if we want to. I don't have any of these items to trade with it. So this could really immerse yourself or your other players that are going to be part of this world to actually doing a bit of dialogue before you can get to this character's role. So you can have maybe like a blacksmith or something that you have to talk to it for a little bit to be like, I want to see what you have to trade or something. Like, I'm not sure if you played Skyrim or anything like that, but just going through the dialogue to see what you have for sale or something like that. You can mimic that here in this mod. Now to get out of it, all you gotta do is click escape, but that's self-explanatory. Now I have 2 more examples from the I think you smell like Cheetos. So let's click that, and he says what? So now I have 2 options here. The orange that we clicked on indicates, well, I tried to indicate like this is a potential bad path to go, and the red path will obviously be something bad to happen. So if we click on this negative action, he says how dare you, and as you can see in the bottom left corner, faction friendly decreased by 10 points. There's a way that you can literally say if you click on this button, your character's influence with this faction will be decreased. And also another hint, you can make factions turn hostile against you after certain dialogues or making them more friendly. And if you don't know what factions are, please look at my custom NPC video where I completely go over everything. I should have a link on screen up in the top right corner right now, or it will be at the end of this video. Now we have one more option. It says, sorry, I meant to say, are you a zombie on fire? So we click that, and he's like, I do? And then we say, yes, look, see. Oh my freaking god! I didn't mean for both of them to be on fire. But as you can see in the bottom left corner, the NPC summoned a lightning bolt. So they can do admin commands. So if I go, I think it was this one. Yeah. So as you can see, it just summoned the lightning bolt to where we were. Now, before I go into how we can do this, I'm clicking on availability options. This is a section where you can choose whether or not this dialogue is even available to even click on. So like the other one I just did with the lightning bolt, you can make it so you can only do it during the day, or doing it when you have a certain XP level, or scoreboard, if you know what like map makers do for scoreboard stuff. You've completed a certain quest, or you've clicked a certain dialogue from another NPC or the same NPC, or you're friendly with a certain faction, or unfriendly, or neutral. So you can set parameters to click on certain dialogues at certain times when certain things are met. Alright, so let's get into how we can make the simple and the advanced dialogue. So first off, grab yourself an NPC wand. You can find it usually on the second page. Custom NPC's tools, NPC wand. If not, you can just type in NPC wand. There it is right there. So first, let's click on the simple one. So the simple one is super easy. You just go to the advanced tab, and all I did was gave it the role dialogue. And then we click edit. And as you can see, hello, how are you, hello there. So these are the 3 options I gave it. And also the start text was just it saying hello there. And all of these things on the right hand side are just its response. So hello at P, which means the nearest player, which is you. How are you? Swell things. And hello there, General Kenobi. So that is the complete and simple way. Now, if you want advanced dialogues, as you can see, when we go to the advanced, we actually replaced it with trader. So you can't actually do the dialogue role for this character if you're doing it the advanced way. But to start the advanced dialogue, go to global, go to dialogues, and we can go to the advanced dialogue. So I'm going to show how I did it first, and then I can walk you through it on how I did it. So first, I just created a new category, which is right here. And then once you click on it, then you can make your own dialogue. So first, we need to start with what it's going to say to you. So I said 001-002 start. So this is the one that starts everything. And as you can see, I tried to keep really organized, because this can get very chaotic when you have maybe like 50 or 100 dialogues or something like that. So if we click on 001-002 start, edit, I also made it so a sound plays when you first talk to them. And then we go to dialogue text. It says, good evening, how can I help you? So let's actually figure out where that is. Good evening, how can I help you? So dialogue text is what the NPC is going to say. And now if we go into dialogue options, this is everything we can ask it. So up to 6 options. So the how are you trade, where's the boss sponsor in this area? I think you smell like Cheetos. But before you go into this section, you need to make the dialogue that attaches to this, so you can actually link it. So it has to be there. So we'll have to go back. So in order to connect it, I did 002-003. And then we have another 002. So 002-004. And then 002-005. So we have our 3 options here. And since they're all 002, we know it attaches to 002 start. If you don't do it this way and you start mixing up all your dialogue, it's going to be very difficult to actually figure out what links with what. And I'm sure, as you can see, 002-003, how are you, connects to 003-trade. So that was the one where we can use the NPC's trading thing. So if we click on this one, we can actually see that he says fantastic today when we ask how is he. And then if we go to dialogue options, we have the have anything cool to trade. And if we click on that, this one goes to another dialogue that says trade. We'll just follow that one. And then he says sure here, and then we click on dialogue options, we say awesome, and then I actually switched this option type to go to role rather than dialogue, where we had to select the dialogue. So we can do option type, role. So it goes straight into his trader role. So does this make sense? The dialogue text is what the NPC will say, and the dialogue options is what questions your character is going to say to it. You're all following me, right? That is the gist of the advanced dialogues. And if we go to the Cheetos section, so this is the one where it was going to the negative route. you smell worse than a poison potion. So that I colored it red and connect it to the poison potion of 005 to 006. So if we go to 005 to 006, we can go to faction options. This is the one that was indicated in red. So since we selected it, I made it so the friendly faction decreased by 10 points. And if I actually click this, it brings up this little hood here that you can add it. And you'll have to click add in order for it to work. Now if we go to 005 to 007, the sorry option, so that was the one with the white dialogue there. If we go to dialogue options, the yes, look, see, as you can see, it's summoned a lightning bolt because you can do a command block rather than a dialogue option or a roll. You can also use @DP to target the player that is talking to this NPC. Oh god, it would be chaotic if you targeted all players. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, you know how I made this attached to a role, right? And how it can really just immerse yourself if you just talk to like a blacksmith or maybe a general store salesperson or a banker, I guess you could do. I actually have an example of a bank. So if we come over here, I think I put this in my custom NPC video where I went over this entire mod entirely, but I have the redstone bank here. And if I actually go to the global tab, there are banks. So this is where you can obviously just add your own banks and that for other players to use that this is their own personal storage. So if you find an NPC that shares this bank, so there might be a redstone banker in another village like 1,000 blocks away, and there's an NPC set up there as like the same bank here. If this NPC is also a redstone banker, then you can access that same storage. So it's kind of like an ender chest or something like that. So if we talk to him, he's like, welcome to the redstone bank. I would like to access my bank. And as you can see, we can access his role just by clicking on one dialogue. So really, you can immerse yourself extremely well with this mod. Let's get up a random NPC and take a look at what other roles there could be that you can initiate a dialogue with, like follower. Let's say this person is a mercenary. I'm not going to pronounce that name. You can have a little bit of a dialogue going into them, and you can make them a follower. Like you can be like there could be a little dialogue about how you're like are you available for hire or something like that, and the NPC could be like, yes I am, and then it brings you to this, and then for like one grass block you can have them for 1 day. Let's see what else there's. Bank, transporter. So I believe transporter is just like a mage. It can warp you, so you can have mages between villages that warp you. But again, if I were you, I would also make sure that when you go to dialogues, you do some sort of availability option, so not all players can do it until they do certain things. Okay, let's get into how we can do the simple and advanced dialogue. Okay, so I'm going to do the simple dialogue from scratch to finish, and the advanced dialogue from scratch to finish. So let's name this vid simple. I'm not going to worry about all of its stats and that. Actually, let's just give it this texture. So we got casual Steve here. Alright, in order to make the simple version, we go to roll. We go straight to dialogue. First, click on the start text edit button, and we'll just make it say like, hiya, yo. And he'll reply with, yo, yo. How about hello, hiya, with a few more exclamations. And how about you look ugly? No, you. There we go. Done. Simple is done. So as you can see, hiya, yo, 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 hello, hiya, and you look ugly. No, you. So simple is done. A little bit of a tidbit here. You can make the job something that works well with this dialogue. So you could have like a bard that's just playing some sort of music, and then you can briefly talk with them. You can also have a guard that goes around, attacks animals, monsters, creepers, and any of maybe mods that you're modded like creatures, and you can briefly talk to the guard that's doing that. But now we're going to go into the advanced dialogue way. Advanced vid. Let's just give it a texture here. There we go. Oh my god, the eyes are terrifying. I'm going to leave them there. In order to begin, we don't touch roll. We go straight to global. We go to dialogues. Click on new category. As you can see, I created a category. We click on this. We need to click add. So let's do 001 to 002 start advanced. So this will always be right at the top because it's 001. So we'll click edit. Let's figure out what is this character going to say to us. Hi, do you bring me food? How about that? We'll make this character seem a little hungry. And now we need to figure out a response to say back before we start giving it options. So first let's start with 002 because this is going to be attached to the start, and say 003 no food. And then we'll go to dialogue options. We'll click on 1 and we'll be like, sorry, I have no food. So this is what you're going to see as an option right here in this title. Select dialogue, advanced vid, no food. So now it's connected to that. And it says talk, but you just need to refresh it. Sorry, I have no food. So this, again, if we go back to 001 to 002 start advanced and click edit, and then click on dialogue options, this is where you connect everything. So sorry, I have no food, and then you connect where it goes to. And now if we go to the no food part, we need to figure out what is this creature going to say to us. How dare you have no food? So now it's pissed off with us. And then we can be like add 003-004 faction law. So now he's angry with us. But I'm actually going to give this its own faction. So we'll call it advanced vid. We'll give it like a yellow color. And I'll start with 1,000 points, yeah. We're going to give this faction, we're going to make this character have this faction. Attacks hostile factions, sure. How about that? And I'm just going to go into survival because I feel like this is going to work. Technically, I can attack it right now, but it's going to retaliate and attack me, which I don't want. But as you can see, there it is. Oh my god, it's doing so much damage. Oh my god. Oh. We'll go back to dialogue. Faction loss. So we want to attach the no food. I'm sorry. Select dialogue, and then we can make him say, now die, or something like that. So when we click the I'm sorry part, we can make it so like faction rep decreases by like 550. So he's pissed off if we say we don't have food. I'm just going to make sure I have everything connected. So start advanced, dialogue options, sorry I have no food. And then we go to 002 to 003. He says, I'm sorry, and that goes straight to the next one. And then this one, he says, now die. And in order to attach it, I completely forgot about this. Go to advanced, go to dialogues, select option, advanced vid, click on your first one. So now, here, I'll do that again. You go to dialogues, click on this one, you connect it to the 001. And now when we click on him, he says, hi, do you bring me food? Sorry, I have no food. How dare you have no food? I'm sorry, now die. And as you can see, we already lost that, and now he killed us. Just so you know, if I turn back into survival mode, it will attack me. It remembers your faction reputation. So if we go to global, go to factions. No, if we go to global, we go to player data, we go to factions. Wait, we have to click on the player, then factions, As you can see, it remembers everything. Just click on advanced vid, delete. If you want to get rid of this stuff too, delete and delete. And now when I go to survival mode again, as you can see, it's not attacking me. And I can do it all over again. So that's really how you do the advanced vid way. You just have to keep this area organized as much as possible, because when it starts going like this, it's going to look a little chaotic. Because once you have like 002 to 02 to 03, you need to attach 03 to 03 and then to whatever it is, or like 02 to 04, then 04 to 08. So just keep it well organized, and the more organized it is, the easier it is to do this advanced technique. That's really it to this video. So if you have any questions about how to do simple or advanced or anything like that, or maybe you're going above and beyond and you're trying to do like you're trying to go to the dialogues and you're using the availability options. If you need some help, feel free to let a comment and I can see what I can do to help. Or maybe you noticed a certain thing here that you can actually do a show dialogue wheel. So you can have this little wheel thing here. It's a little finicky to use, but it's a little wheel that you can use. I don't know why anyone would really. If you have multiple options for this, it's actually pretty cool, but it's a little finicky and you have to turn it on for each one. But if you need any help, feel free to join the Discord. The link will be in the description below, and I can talk to you there. Or if you want to leave a comment on the video, feel free. But if you like this video, please like it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching.